All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to tackle a classic debate in the AWS world. It's really an old way versus new way story when it comes to launching instances in auto-scaling. We're putting launch configurations up against the much newer and way more powerful launch templates. Let's see who wins this showdown.
So, if you've ever managed an app on AWS, you know the struggle, right? It's this constant balancing act. You need enough EC2 instances to handle all your users, but you definitely don't want to be burning cache on servers that are just sitting there doing nothing. It feels like a never-ending battle to get that balance just perfect.
And you know, that's exactly the problem that the Auto-Scaling Group, or ASG for short, was built to solve. It's really the hero of our story today. It's that core AWS service that's always working in the background, making sure you have just the right number of instances running to keep up with whatever your application needs.
Okay, but here's the thing. An auto-scaling group is pretty smart, but it can't read your mind. When your traffic suddenly spikes and it needs to spin up a new instance, it needs a blueprint. It has to know exactly what kind of instance to launch. And that's where our two contenders finally enter the ring.
First up, let's talk about the old way of doing things. This is the original solution, the OG, if you will. It's been around for a long time, and you'll definitely still bump into it in older AWS setups. I'm talking, of course, about the launch configuration.
So a launch configuration is pretty much what it sounds like, right? It's a template, a set of instructions that an auto-scaling group uses to launch brand new EC2 instances. You can think of it like a recipe for a server.
And that recipe, it defines all the important stuff. You know, the specific Amazon machine image, the AMI, the instance type, like a T3.medium or whatever you need, the key pairs so you can actually get into it, and the security groups. It's a complete, all-in-one blueprint.
But, and this is a huge but, it has one massive critical flaw. A launch configuration is what we call immutable. That means once you create it, that's it. You can't change it, ever. So imagine you need to roll out a new AMI with a critical security patch. You can't just go in and edit the configuration. Nope. You have to create a brand new one from scratch, then go update your auto-scaling group to point to the new one. It's a total pain, a huge operational headache.
Thankfully, AWS saw how painful this was, and they gave us something much, much better. They introduced a modern successor designed to solve this exact problem, the launch template. And trustway, this is where things get really good.
Now, at a basic level, a launch template does the same job. It tells your auto-scaling group how to launch an instance. But it comes packed with all these powerful new features that make it the clear winner. It's absolutely the AWS recommended choice for any new stuff you're building.
And here it is, the single biggest game changer, versioning. Instead of being set in stone, a single launch template can have multiple, numbered versions. So need to update that AMI again? You don't have to create a whole new template. You just create a new version of the one you already have. This makes updates and managing changes to your infrastructure so much simpler.
And check this out. This shows you exactly how it works in the real world. Right there in the AWS console, when you're setting up your auto-scaling group, you get this super simple drop-down menu. It lets you pick the exact version of the template you want to use. You can have a default, or, like you see here, you can pick a specific one, like version 7. It's just so clean, so simple, and unbelievably powerful.
But wait, there's more. Seriously, versioning is just the start. Launch templates unlock this whole universe of modern cloud features that were just impossible with the old launch configurations. We're talking about mixing spot and on-demand instances to save a ton of money, or using a bunch of different instance types to make your app more resilient. You can even mix and match CPU architectures, Intel, AMD, ARM, all in the same auto-scaling group. This stuff is absolutely fundamental for building modern, cost-effective apps on AWS.
Okay, so let's put these two side by side. When you see them in a direct head-to-head matchup, the winner becomes, well, it's not even a contest.
Let's just run down the list, shall we? Modifiable, that's a no for configurations, but a big yes for templates, all thanks to versioning. Multiple instance types? Nope, not for configurations. Mixed spot and on-demand instances? Again, only with templates. Dedicated host support? You guessed it, same story. And the big one, what does AWS themselves tell you to use? Yeah, it's launch templates, hands down, every single time.
And look, this isn't just some abstract theoretical stuff. This is critical knowledge for building in the real world, and it's for sure going to show up on your certification exams. So let's take a look at a classic exam-style question. A company needs to maintain, and here's the key part, different versions of its EC2 configurations. What should they use? The answer, of course, is a launch template. The magic words in that question, the phrase that just screams the answer at you, is different versions. The second you see any requirement about versioning or modifying a setup, your brain should just immediately lock on to launch templates. It's that simple.
So, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this simple, direct piece of advice. This comes straight from the horse's mouth, the official AWS documentation itself. It says, AWS recommends using launch template instead of launch configuration. I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than that, does it? The old way is officially legacy, the new way is the future, and the future is now.
And that really brings us to the final question, a question for you to think about. Take a hard look at your own infrastructure. Is your cloud architecture built for the future? Is it flexible, cost-effective, and powerful because you're using launch templates? Or is it kind of stuck in the past, still relying on the old way of doing things? The choice, really, is yours.